Hi everyone. So today I'm gonna share with you a story of migration, a story of refugees, a story that comes from a different land but is now here in Canada, Turtle Island, Canada. So let's start this story. Sometimes I feel like I'm on one side, sometimes I feel like I'm on the other side when it comes to my South Sudanese Canadian identity. And you'll find out more once you understand this story. So, let me begin. Long ago, in a place called Sudan. At that time, there was no South Sudan, and Sudan was the biggest country in Africa. And if you know anything about Sudan, unfortunately, there's a lot of conflict and war and tribalism. So, one day, my parents had to flee from southern Sudan to Sudan, and they had a baby. But there was so much war and violence going on when this baby was born, and unfortunately one day she passed due to hunger and starvation. A few years later, my parents had another baby, a baby boy, and he lived and was healthy. And then I was born, and I lived and I was healthy. Unfortunately, there was still war going on in Sudan. My parents had to separate for safety. My mom put me on her back and was holding my older brother's hand, and we found ourselves in Egypt. And when my mom got to Egypt, she found a church, or she put her name in a ballot box. And one day, our name was called, and we sat in a room full of other people who were displaced and refugees. I was sitting on my mom's lap, and then suddenly I slipped away. My mom tried to catch up to me. And this woman opened the door. She was from the Canadian embassy and saw a little baby and said, "Come on in, you guys are next." And the whole time she was playing with me. There was no interview, but she said, "Canada is a good place for you." So my mom put me on her back. My older brother walked with us and carried that piece of paper home. And when we got home, everybody knew, we're going to Canada. We're going somewhere safe. Everybody was so happy. And then the news broke out, and my dad found us. And he made his way to Egypt and did an interview and got his ticket to come to Canada. And next thing you know, we were off to St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. It was really cold. My parents have never experienced snow, adjusting to life in Canada. And another baby was born, my younger brother, in Newfoundland. And life in Newfoundland was pretty good. But then we had to move to Calgary for a better job and opportunity for my parents. Been raised in Calgary, had lots of ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs. Struggled a lot with school and family and relationships and self-image. But kept going with my school journey and made it to post-secondary, where I got a chance to study and learn and grow and keep learning and learning and learning and learning and learning until I got to the point to be in a master's program where I am now, where I get to conduct research. And I'm still struggling with my education journey. I still struggle with writing and reading, comprehension, but I know I am talented. I know I'm creative. I know I'm smart. I'm just a little bit different than everyone else, but that doesn't mean there's no room for me in academia. And as I do this dance as a healing, share a little bit of my family story, the story of migration, intergenerational trauma, having two identities, being a first generation, coming from a war-torn country. All of these things make me strong. I had an injury last year as well, and I'm still healing. And those are the lived experiences that I will carry throughout my life. Keep carrying with me. And just being a first generation, you carry so much. You are the bridge for this community and the next community. You are special and you are worth it. And my research is still beginning, but I know that dance is a good way to connect people together. So I'm very honored to be here, standing here tall and sharing my story. Thank you.